Well, to be honest with y'all, this video is going to be a collaboration of several days together because days got away from me and hours got away from me, and so the video I was doing, I never finished the ending of it. So I just decided to add a little bit more to it. So I hope you enjoy it. And you're just going to come along with what's been going on in our crazy world here, in our little property. Not the world in general, but in our personal crazy world. Hey everyone, I thought I'd give a quick update on what's going on in our house right now. And then we're going to hop outside because today is seed planting day, and I'm going to go out there and show you what I'm planting and how I'm going to start our seedlings here. But let's look at what our house looks like today. So this is, or was, the breakfast area. The kitchen area. This is where I've done most of my videos. So if you've seen the previous videos, you can definitely tell there's a difference here. And then the utility room right now, we do have the washer and dryer back up, and because we still got to wash clothes somehow here right now. So we're going to go on here, this wall. Okay, so see where this wire is right here? This wire? Okay, so if you look at the wall, that wall is coming down probably to about where that wire is, maybe a little bit more. So this right here is all going to be opened up. This wall here will no longer be here because we're extending our kitchen. We're going to make a long kitchen, and we're going to have a big island and some more cabinets and stuff. And then we're going to put a pantry in this corner right here, where this by the window, because this wall here, we're going to actually close this wall in and make just a regular entryway into the dining room. We'll have pantry right here, a sliding, probably barn door, a little walk-in pantry here. Right here, the freezer and the refrigerator is going to move down, and it'll be here. And then this right here will be more cabinet space, where that right there is where I'm going to put my dehydrator. I'm going to put our little fry daddy thing. We're going to have a vent hood here, as well as with the stove. So we're going to have two vent hoods in our kitchen, so when we fry stuff or whatever, that's not on the stove. Well, we don't fry a whole lot of stuff, but anyway, or when I dehydrate onions or something like that, I can turn on the vent hood or something, and if it's not onion, just anything strong, it can suck it up and go. But that way it'll get all of those items and those appliances off of the cabinets that I use. In this cabinet space that'll be right here will be to store that stuff and to put my dehydrator out and stuff. So that's what this area of the kitchen is really going to be. We haven't decided if we're going to put these cabinets on casters as well. We talked about it. I don't think we are, because we're going to have an island in the back, and we're also going to have a little rolling island workstation that can roll up and down. So I will have plenty of room for prepping, plenty of room for canning, or whatever we're doing, because we like to eat and we like to entertain. So we want to make sure our kitchen is highly functional and can accommodate everything that we do. So this will be the dining room area. This wall here is coming down, and it'll be opened. We are kind of talking about leaving maybe half a wall for the sole purpose of putting a little seating area or a bar area, like to sit and eat, or sit if we do Bible studies or whatever. Maybe half of it, not the full length, but maybe half of that have like another sitting area. I don't know. We're kind of playing with that idea. Let me know what your thoughts is on that. But I would really like it to be, because we're going rustic. We're not going farmhouse. We're going rustic. We're gonna have a lot of exposed wood. You can see we got like that exposed beam up there, right there. And we're gonna, a lot of the headers here is gonna be exposed wood. It's gonna be exposed wood on some of the molding and stuff, and like the rough cut wood kind of. So if we do leave that little area right there, I want it to look rustic and you know, so it has to have that a certain look. And in my head, I'm trying to figure that out. I don't know, but it has to have a certain look for me to want to put it there. If not, it's going to be completely open. And then around here, the foyer area, this wall here is also coming out. So we're going to have one ginormous living area that will just be totally amazing. We're going to love it. We're going to love it. We're going to have be able to do so much opening all of this up. And so once all of this area is done, then we move to the back bedrooms. But right now our main focus is all of this right here in this area. So that's the update on the house right now. And I think the guys are out. I think they're going to get maybe some headers, some sheetrock, some stuff like that to start insulation. When we pulled the walls down, y'all, this did not even have insulation in it. We didn't take that out. It didn't have it in there. So this area right here was not insulated. That area underneath the windows was not insulated. So I was like, okay, at least the studs and the walls weren't damaged from the leaks from the hurricane. Praise God on that. So if it was just no insulation, we can handle that. It was just kind of funny that for 40 years there's no insulation in there, but but that's okay. We're gonna put insulation back. So, all right, well, I'm fixing to head outside, get my seed station set up, and let you know what we're planning and kind of show you how we're doing it this year. It's the first for me doing it like this, so it should be interesting. All right, so we are back on this absolutely beautiful day here in Southwest Louisiana. Look at this, it's just gorgeous. A quick little rundown of our backyard. Was kind of jumped up right now because of what we're doing in the house. All that's just, we just had to put stuff somewhere. But this is my little seed station I'm setting up right now. Let me show y'all this. This is pretty cool. That's our water system we're gonna hook up. But we got this rabbit cage for free, which was in the other video. So it's not going right here. It's actually gonna go against that fence, but we need to move all of this. And so here we are. We got to do a little bit of work, but not too much. I mean, we can still put rabbits in here right now, but I'm going to tell you there is a rat's nest in here that we found out about that we're going to have to get rid of, and get rid of those rats, because we don't need rats at all. We don't want them. But this right here is the compost bin that my husband did the other day. So that's ready. We're fixing to get some mushroom compost delivered, and then it'll be stored in here, and we can just start composting right there. And it'll have a little gate and a cover over it as well. This is the frame to the, well, a piece of the frame to the greenhouse, which will be going right here hopefully in the next couple weeks. That will be up. I wish it would have been ready before I started my seeds, but you know, we only have so many hours in the day to get stuff done. So that's kind of where we at right now in the yard. It's progress, slow progress, but y'all, it's progress, and that's all you can do, is do a little bit every day, if that's all you can do, you know. But the point is, you always need to be moving forward. So moving forward every day, you know, if you're doing something to progress what you're working toward, that is better than doing absolutely nothing and waiting on that day where you could do more stuff, or that you can do it all. Because I mean, y'all know how days goes. You might plan it, and then you wake up and that day's totally changed, and then you still don't have nothing done. So whatever you can get done, whatever little time frame or hours that you can squeeze in, or even minutes that you can squeeze in a day, you need to get that stuff done. Y'all, we need to be preparing and prepping now. If you're just now starting the whole prepping scene, y'all just keep going forward, just keep moving, keep gathering information, do whatever you can do on the property that you have right now. If you plan on moving to some place that has acreage, don't wait until you move there to get it done. You know, start doing what you can do on the property that you have, and then you can take that with you. You know, do it in buckets and containers, and whatever you do, you know, do it to where you can move that with you. So that's just a little tip and advice, because we do plan on finding some acreage somewhere and moving, but until that day, we're not going to stop doing what we can do here on this property. So having said that, we're moving on to the seeds. I have my bag of seeds here. That's a lot of seeds, y'all. It's a lot of seeds, and I do believe I'm going to need more name tags here. I think I got some. I'll have to see. But these little containers here, and we got these off of Amazon, and I'll try to link it at the bottom what we used. But we got these trays, which they break off into 6-packs. We got this whole thing right here. And then we got the trays that hold it, that you can put the water. And then we got the dome right here that goes over it, that creates a little greenhouse effect with it. And then I got the seed from Country Gardens, which is the place that I go in DeRidder that I like to go. It's Mennonite owned and stuff. So I got this to start my seeds in, and we're fixing to get started. So let's see. Let me see what Loki. Let me see what Loki is actually barking at, because if it's that rat, it's got to go. It's just got to go. It's been coming in and out of that cage, and it needs to leave. I don't want rodents. I don't care about animals, but I do not want rodents. Not here, especially since we're in and out of our house so much. I don't want it sneaking in the house anyway. So I think it might have been just a leaf. I don't know. But okay, we're gonna go on and start these seeds. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm going to show you just the process of how we have been doing these seeds, which you can see I've got my tomatoes and herbs, and this is some herbs here. So what I do is I just, you take your pen and just poke a little hole. Don't have to be real deep for what we're doing. You can use like a pencil or a ballpoint. I just had a Sharpie, so that's what I'm using. And so what I'm going to do is just in each of my trays, I've filled it with the soil for seed starts. I'm just going to come in here and do a little poke. And then what you want to do with your seeds is you actually want to put 2 or 3, even 4, depending on the seed, in each little hole, because not 100% will germinate. Okay, so you want to do, if say you're only wanting 6 tomato plants or 6 whatever, you probably want to plant about 15 just to be on the safe side. And you can always give away or sell the other ones, but I always put at least 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 seeds in each little hole. And so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm fixing to start on flowers, which will be part of the medicinal garden. So I'm going to finish this tray and then show you how we go back and we water it with this little mister that I got. So let me get, it fell down, hold on, here we go. So I'm going to open up the calendulas. Here we, oh, look at these. Okay, so these look like, if you've never seen a calendula seed, They look like little, I don't know, little fingernails. Yeah, they look like little fingernails. So I'm just gonna put like a couple in each little hole here, and I'll show you just a minute. You know, you just want them in there. I just want to make sure you have some, you want to make sure they sprout. So, that's what I did. Let me show you right here. You see? And then you're just going to kind of go and cover them up. You can take, you don't want to cover them too deep, okay? Like all the way to the, you don't want to do that. So just, there you go. They're done. And then you label. Y'all, please label your plants because they all look the same whenever they're starting to come up. And trust me, no matter how good your memory is, you will not remember what plant that is. I promise you. So there you go. You just stick it in there. Then you move on to your next one. That's what we're going to do. So calendula's done. We're going to go into now German chamomile. And got all kind of noises here. That's what happens when you're in the city too. Oh my goodness, y'all. Look at this on the sticky part. That is all seeds right there. Every bit of it. Wonder. Yeah, there we go. I can kind of scrape it. Oh, they're so tiny, y'all. My Lord. What the heck? Those are tiny. What? So I'm putting several of these in each little hole here. And you know what? If they all come up, praise God, we'll have tea, right? We will have a lot of tea. There we go. So there is the chamomile. And you want to label it. And it's not hard, y'all. It really is not. When people say, oh, I gotta start my seeds. If you've never done it, you might want to panic. You know, you might panic and say, oh my gosh, that's, you know, how do you do it? I don't know if I can do that. It's really not hard. I went over to a friend's house last year. She showed me what to do, and, you know, and that's it. The hardest thing is keeping them wet, keeping them warm. You know, that's the most tedious part of it. But with these new domes that we got, you can already see right here the moisture in it. You can already see the humidity building up. This one I just did. I don't know if you can see it here, but there's already humidity building up. So I don't think we're gonna have a problem. And then we have the heating mats this year as well. So I really don't. Okay, so the next thing we're doing is yarrow. We're gonna do some yarrow. And I got St. John's wort. I got a bunch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish this tray. And then when I get to the watering part of it, I'll flip this back on and so you can see the watering part. So give me just a little bit and I will see you back here. All right, so this pot is, or this tray is finished. So now we're going to spray it with this mister. And the purpose of the mister is so the seeds are so delicate and so light. You've seen how tiny some of them are, that if you just use like a regular water can or regular sprayer off your water hose, you could actually blow your seeds away. So we got this mister here that we seen off of Living Traditions Homestead. They use it, so we ordered one and it really works really well. I mean, I'm impressed. I really am. So there you go. It's super easy. You just fill it and then you just mist it. Make sure that they're really, really saturated with water, okay? You really need them saturated. And so we're gonna make sure every tray just has a ton of water. I mean, you don't want to drown them, obviously, but you want them saturated. And then we're gonna put the top on it so it will start creating the humidity of the greenhouse. There we go. Looking good. All right, so now we're gonna put the top on it, and then we're gonna start on the next tray. Well, it is the next morning, and I am fixing to head off to work, but I needed to get these little seedlings out in the sun and off from inside the carport, because last night we had them on their heating mat. It's got a little chilly, but the sun will be out. It'll be like 80 degrees today. So you can see it made a wonderful little atmosphere for them inside this little container. So what I did was I took off, and you can see how they do kind of dry out overnight. And so what I'm doing is I am just giving them a little mist right here, just a little mist to keep them moist. And then when I get home in a few hours, because on Saturday we don't work all day, I will check them again, and if they need more water, I will mist them again. But that is that's it. And in a few days, hopefully we will get just had a bunch of water pour out. Hopefully in a few days we will have some little seedlings pop up. But that is the process of our seeds. So hopefully, like I said, in a few days, a couple of these will be popping up, and we'll be able to see them. And then you see here, look, that's all the water that this top has collected over the night. Isn't that awesome? So it just keeps feeding it back. So it's so great. But so yeah, that's it. I'm gonna finish doing this, and I got 4 more to do. Then I'm gonna head on to work. So y'all be blessed. If you like these videos here, homesteading in the city and seeing what we're doing, springtime is busy time, not to mention the house. We're going to be having a lot of fun stuff, and probably not so fun stuff, but it's stuff you still got to do. Hit that like and share and subscribe button down there, and show us some love. Send us some comments, send us some suggestions, whatever you have, send it to us. And we can't wait to hear from y'all. Y'all be blessed, and we love y'all. All right, so I am about to wash dishes, and I'm having to do it outside the bucket because we have no sinks in the house. Our kitchen's completely torn apart. I mean, we have a bathroom sink, but that's very small. See, there's nothing there. And I don't want food or anything going down the bathroom sink and causing issues. So it's a beautiful day. So I was like, I'm gonna come wash dishes outside. Then I realized I didn't have any hot water. So I had to go get a bucket filled. I just went into the bathtub, got some hot water, filled it, fixing to fill up this bucket, add a little bit of other water, and get to washing dishes, which thank God it's not a whole lot of dishes. It's just mainly cups and some silverware. Because we have no way to cook right now, so our dishes are very low. So I am about to get started doing these dishes. You know, I always, over the past year, I'm like, we need to get, to where we can live off grid and we can, be a homesteader, be self-sufficient and all of this. Well, I'm telling you, we are very much being put to the test to see if we can actually live that way, which we can. That's no big deal. But we're getting that little taste right now on washing your dishes outside and just having to do what you you can do to get by when, you know, everything's torn apart and in shambles right now. So I'm going to get to washing these dishes, and then I'll be back and we'll move on to the next task. Okay, so if you remember in the first part of this video, I had 5 trays. Well, when we got home that afternoon from church, my husband told me, he said, you're going to be mad when we drove up. And so I got out of the car and I walked into the garage and the carport. And I just took a deep breath and I just started laughing, because if I did not laugh, I promise you, I would have been mad. We had that cold front blow in, literally blow in, and the wind flipped 2 of my containers. We had dirt and little black 6-pack containers all over the carpet, everywhere. And I was just like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So I picked everything up, checked on my other ones. They were all good, secured them with shelving that we took out of the cabinets, and just said I'm going to deal with the rest of it later. I'm not going to replant anything right now. So that's what I'm fixing to do today, is replant the seeds. Thank goodness I had my labels in there so I'll know what I need to replant. But let me show you what my husband did. John, he cleaned up and swept up some of the stuff, and he put them in these pots here. So if anything grows, it's going to be a surprise. We'll have a surprise garden there. But so I am going to right now go through and see what all I need to replant in my seeds, because I want to say it was all of our peppers for one thing. Our peppers got flown everywhere, and then I'm not sure what else. So I need to go find that out. So that's one thing we're going to be doing today probably, or at least getting it organized to do. And then I want to get out in some of my beds out there and clean out some of the old fall stuff that's just left in there. I got a few cabbages in there that's just not going or doing anything, and I'll give them to the neighbor's chickens and just kind of clean out and see where we are. Since I'm walking this way, I'll bring y'all with me. So you can see right here, I'm letting these go to seed. This is that oriental mustard green that I talk about all the time and love. So I'm letting these go to seed. And I'm going to start collecting seeds this year so I can learn how to do that. Even though I have those seeds to replant, and I still want to collect them and learn how to do it. This is Brussels sprout, which is still going good. They're like all in there, hopefully. We can get some, like this cabbage. You know, I'm going to pull this one up here. And I got a bunch of green onions I need to get and do something with, but without a kitchen, it's just so hard. I don't know what I'm going to do with all of that. This is some more of the greens that we're just going to let to go seed. Here's our little strawberries that we planted last year, this little patch. And I don't know, we got some strawberry flowers, so I don't know, we might get a little strawberry if we can keep the cats out of it. So we're still dealing with cats in this neighborhood. And I think there's ants on my feet. And I think there's several across the street that's pregnant now. So we'll see where all that goes. But here's the front garden. You can see my onions and my garlic doing very well. Y'all, this is kale that came back from last year. Isn't that awesome? I mean, so I got kale coming back, which is pretty cool. I didn't know it did that. Golly, those ants were like attacking me. Onions, I need to water my bed. This will be coming up today. Loving my asparagus. Need to get in here and kind of clean this bed out a little bit. Brussels sprouts. Fennel. I need to do something with my fennel, but again, I don't have nothing. I need to give it to somebody. This harvest, I need to harvest it and give it to somebody who will use it. And then all my Brussels sprouts, and then this is some more of that, which I will probably like just get rid of a couple of these because I don't need seed from all of those plants. I'll get rid of them. And then y'all, my potatoes that I planted, look at this. They are coming up, doing really well. Those like popped up overnight, but I am seeing that I do need to water these beds today, so I got to get that done. We do have some rain coming, but I never want to just depend on the rain because you never know if it's actually going to come. You know, if we can be 100% and it never touch our land over here. Oh, look at these. So my husband built me some more boxes because this spring we will have a ton of plants in there. So he did build some more boxes, and I think they need one more coat of paint. And then he put this on here, y'all. Right here, if you can see that. Right there. That is to attach the trellises. So this is going to be like a tunnel. We'll attach those wire trellises and make a tunnel. And so we'll have stuff growing up and we'll be able to walk through that tunnel. Won't that be cool? I think it'd be really cool. Hopefully it comes out like it's supposed to in our head, you know. And then over here, I'm walking to the back part of the yard. Y'all, our house, it looks like a, I don't know. It looks really bad right now. But all of the onions doing really well. And again, I'm going to pull this up. It didn't do nothing. That cabbage is coming up. This Brussels sprout here, it's just now starting to ball up. So I'm going to leave that. But this will come out. Here I have some more onions. And the rest of this I'm just going to keep for our plants coming up here in the spring. And so yeah, that's what it is. But y'all, it looks like a bomb went off in our house when we just got it pretty much cleaned up. But it'll be a good thing once it's done. That means that it has been remodeled finally from the hurricane, which we've been waiting on for 2 years. So it's all going to come together and it's all going to work for the good of God, right? That's how it all does. It all works for the good of God. And we just got to keep saying that and keep saying that. And we just give God the glory for all that we have right now, all that he's doing in our life. Because I promise you, without him, we would be going insane. So thank you, Jesus, for being there for us. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe go pull up some of those old plants. I think that's what I'm going to do right now, and then go from there. So, yep. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Well, hey y'all. We are about to wrap up this video, this collaboration of days that you've come along with us on. I did get my seeds replanted, and it was all of my peppers and my okra and my goji berries. I'm going to try some goji berry plants. And all of that was just blown with the wind. We might have some, who knows, the neighbors might have some peppers popping up in their yard. You just don't know. But we got those replanted. I got those old cabbages and a few things pulled out of our garden beds, and got all my dishes washed. And so now we're just I'm sitting out here enjoying the little breeze, sunshine, drinking my afternoon coffee, and just enjoying the day. The dogs are out here. They love it to be out here in the sunshine. I can't wait till we get the gates put up. See the gates behind us right there? They got to be put up so they can just kind of run free out here. So that's another thing on our list that we have to do. That I'm sitting here looking at everything, y'all. I'm We have the frame to the greenhouse over here. We got our rabbit cage over here. We got our watering system right here. We got our gates right here. And then we got the whole house gutted out and everything over there. And it's like, one day it's all going to come together. It's all going to come together one day. Oh my goodness. And then we're like, well, do we want to stay here, or do we want to find property and move on property and start all over and do it all again? My mind's like going back and forth, and I don't know. That's the $1 million question, right? Do you sell and move out and get a bunch of land? And what do you do? What do you do? Let me know what y'all are doing and what y'all are thinking. Those of y'all that live kind of in the city and do the prepping and the homesteading, tell me what y'all do. I want to know. I want to know what y'all's ideas and thinking. We're looking and pricing out land, and where we live here in Louisiana, it's so expensive. And I don't understand why land in Louisiana is so expensive. It's nothing special. It really is not. You know, the scenery is not pretty. I mean, there's like nothing. Of course, I love the mountains, so I'm going to be partial to mountains, but I don't understand why Louisiana land's so expensive, you know. And we do have very long growing seasons here, which is a very big plus. I don't know. I like the 4 seasons, and I like the mountains. But that don't mean we're gonna move there. But that's just what I like. But we are thinking about it, of finding land somewhere, acreage that we could expand our homestead on. So that's just the $1 million question. The dogs are fixing to bark. The kids are getting out of school, and so they're walking in front of the house. So I'm going to go on that note. If not, Loki will bark us to death. So please do me a favor and like and subscribe to our channel, Wright's Homestead, Homesteading in the City. Send out some love, send out some shares, and I will have a new video coming out pretty soon, because I'll have a Azure order coming in on what we have stocked up for this month. So I will talk to you later. Have a great day. Bye.